Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am Amateur Andy and today I'm excited because we are starting a brand new map. You guessed it, the Amateur Way. That's right, we're looking at Renberg in the rear view mirror. May or may not come back to it, haven't decided yet. A moment of silence. May Renberg rest in peace. Nevertheless, we learned a lot while we were there. We did a lot of research, we absorbed a lot of information, and we tried a lot of things, and we're going to do it again. But this time we're going to do it from the beginning. Now, granted, in the future, infrastructure changes occur as populations grow, but there is some pre-planning that goes into that, and we're going to try to accomplish that in our new build. So I'd like to introduce you to the city of Rockfield. So this map here is called Redwood River, and it's by MrMiyagi, and I apologize if I said that incorrectly. I will leave a link to this map in the description, which also will include all of his other base maps and themes, and then some base vanilla maps as well. So if you want to check some of them out, you totally can. This map looks absolutely fantastic. I'm super excited to try it, and it was a decision of about 7 or 8 maps that I had it narrowed down to. And I decided to go with this map because it is pure vanilla, pure delicious vanilla, which means that it requires no additional mods or assets to run the game, to be reliant on. So if I didn't want to run any extra mods or assets, I could play this map strictly in vanilla mode. So I'm not going to do that. I'm a little bit more excited than that. I didn't go with the map I really wanted to go with because it was extremely mod and asset dependent for both aesthetics and functionality. I feel like I just not advanced enough for that yet, so starting out with the vanilla map and adding my own mods and assets as I go is the best decision for me. So I can start off light, start off slow, learn as I go, along with the lessons that I learned from Renberg. So I'm only going to be introducing mods as necessary, and the same goes for assets too. While I'm excited to use custom assets to build the city, I don't need to be inundated right off the bat with this many assets, that many assets that I had in the last game. I don't want this to be a strictly vanilla style game. I will make, for the first little bit, the residential, industrial, commercial areas mostly vanilla, but I will be quickly adding workshop assets for residential, commercial, and industrial because I really want the non-vanilla look to the city. So this is what our goal is in this city. So this particular map has quite a bit of buildable area, so we should be able to get something decently sized. I have the 25 tiles mod, not the 81 tiles mod on this one. There's a lot of not buildable area here, so it just seems like unnecessary. So the plan is, this particular build that I want to do is kind of inspired by what is called cottage country in central Ontario. And it's basically exactly what it sounds like. It's a weekend getaway destination for people who enjoy outdoor activities year-round too. There's a huge provincial park, a lot of front country and back country camping, resorts, campgrounds, cottages, personal, private, you name it, rentals. So this is our starting square, and it is obviously the way it's set up. We have a couple of train lines here, and we have one train line here, so that obviously needs to be connected. But if we zoom out and go over, this train line here doesn't actually go anywhere yet anyways, and I'm assuming that at some point it may go here or something like that, and when we get to that, we may do that. In the meantime, I'm probably going to abandon this track. I want to get rid of it. It's taking up space, and what I'll do is I'm just going to put a Y here at some point. So this infrastructure is already here, which is great, but I don't think I'm going to make use of this. We don't have enough traffic just yet. Maybe down the road it'll come to that, but in the meantime, I need to turn the rain off is what I need to do. So first things first, we have to look at our resources to know where things are going to start. So if we take a little look here, we can see in our beautiful pristine creek bed, which I would love nothing more than to make some sort of off-road activity area for campers, is chock full of rich, delicious oil. So there's that. So that's fantastic. So we have fertile land right here. So I want to start with a farm. I want to start building a farm industry right off the bat. And we have a small ore deposit here, and we have an ore deposit here. I want to try and use as many green industries as possible. I think I'm going to go and grab the green industries DLC at some point to try and include that. So a couple of quick tips right off the bat that I've done here to try and set myself up for a little bit more success this time is with the toggle it mod here. I've changed the short key or the hotkey letter on all of these shortcuts that I have here to make it a little bit easier for me to understand. So this might help you understand too. So you can easily obviously just hover over it, but if you're using the hotkeys on the keyboard, then it's easier. It might be easier to interpret. So R for road names, B for border lines, T. I put T for topography because it's contour lines, because I have C for zoning colors, and I only have one Z,
Canada,
that I'm using for zoning. And zoning grids I put as G. So this is significantly easier for me to quickly interpret and select which one I want to like to toggle. So I set that up for myself, and I set up all my mods down here in a quick, efficient way. And I crammed as much as I could into the UI to get the shortcuts down from here to make it a little bit easier. When it's in one area like this, it's easier to find, and it's a little bit more organized. So hopefully that will help in the build. Where is our commercial and residential going to be? So that is a good question. We have this one tile to start with, and we have some farmland here. So are we going to have to buy a tile right off the bat? Let's pre-plan. In the future, this is probably going to, how much other resources are there over here? Nothing. Okay. We could just keep this as an industrial area here, and then I don't know what we can do with that. We could just leave it as nothing. If we're going to use this as a, I don't know if it's going to be a camping area or not. May have to save that for this lake up here. Okay. So we can keep this, we can turn this into big old farmland here, and it actually looks a little nicer from the highway anyways. So I think we'll start some residential up here. And I think eventually, see this train track here also goes literally the same way. I don't understand, I don't know what's on the other side of that map, but I don't understand two train lines going in the same direction. That's such high maintenance costs. Like, these train lines are so expensive to maintain. So we may abandon this one here and bring this up here and then through there like that, and then we can Y it off on the other side here and bring it through there. We could put some, see, there's only a small, how much oil is here? We could start some, still outside of the square, isn't it? Okay, I got to think about this for a minute. Okay, so I've thought about it, and what we're going to do is buy a vowel. So we're going to build some residential right up in here, because there is zero buildable residential space here. Just the way the map was set up to start, because it's more of an advanced vanilla map, not a standard base game vanilla map. So, which is fine. So we'll buy this tile, and we'll build all the residential here, and this should be interesting. Let's see how this goes. So good. So the first thing we're going to need to do, we're probably going to have to start with an interchange or something here, So they're gonna want to go into there. So we're gonna have to think about this one. Okay. No problem. Don't worry about it. We should worry about it because we need to build houses first. That's okay. You know what? We have planning roads. So let us start with our planning roads. How are we going to do this? So it's going to come up. Are we going to build an intersection? We're just going to change this into an intersection. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Okay. So if we have this come down like this, we can have an on-off ramp style intersection here to go this way and this way. I think I like that. I think I like that. Okay. Let's get started on that. We're going to need to delete this for now. Ooh, it goes all the way back there, does it? Okay. That's just a 1 lane. See, we're going to have to change those to 2 lanes. Okay, we're hoping that bridges don't allow for parking. Seriously? That is unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. There would definitely not be a fire hydrant. We're gonna have to take that out of there. What the heck are all these props? That looks like miles per hour, not kilometers per hour. That looks like a European sign, and there's a street name. Okay. Could we honestly not put these bridges any lower too? All right, looks like we're taking on a project. We're building an interchange right off the bat. Okay. Okay, good. So after about 45 minutes, I got this done. Yeah. Okay, well, it is what it is. This is how we learn, right? So, first things first, let's get some resi going on here. So let's bring this road around a little bit. I'm not sure I like that curve too much, but we can fix that. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit better. Okay, good. So should we just use our freeform tool here probably? Oh yeah, we need a straight section of road here. Because how are we gonna do this? It's gonna come up here. So if we do a little around the bend, then a straight, yeah. That leaves room for future development. Pre-planning. Hooah, okay. Let's do that. I like that idea. So what are we doing again? Okay, so curved road from here. Okay. Let's clean this up a little bit. Okay. Now I know we're at the beginning, so ease up on how much money we're spending. So we are going to switch to dirt roads for a little bit here to make this a little bit easier. But I think the first thing we're going to do is switch to planning roads, and I don't really know. We're not actually bringing in any money right now, so it doesn't really need to be playing, but yeah, we'll bruise our planning roads. I think that's a highway planning road, 3-lane highway for planning networks. Okay, so straight to a regular on-off ramp then. Is there no such thing as a 4-lane road that doesn't have parking or sidewalks of some kind? Does this road not exist? Okay, this one should do. What's the difference between these two? Okay, so one's part of our handy dandy pack. Okay. Now, I know it looks bad. We can fix it. I believe we have the technology. Yeah, I think we're just going to do this again. Stop that. Okay. Oy vey. Okay. So yes, we do need to fix this one here. But that's because we didn't use a proper curved road when coming off the highway. We just used a straight for there. So can we upgrade our highway at the same time to make a proper off-ramp? Okay, I think there's a way to do this. Let's see if I can remember. For an amateur, not too bad. We might have to do something about that when we back up. We're not seeing those, but when we get up close, we're seeing them. They are a little bit off, aren't they? We can, I believe. Oh, control. Excuse me. Control, not shift. My bad. That's why. Okay. So we can clean up these lines a little bit. And look at that. Wow. I'm impressed with myself. That actually looks pretty rootin' tootin' good. And then, yeah, we can actually clean this one up a little bit. Just sneak that in there. Look, that one looks good. And look at that. I think that looks great for a first timer. Okay, so I don't need to do the rest of them now. You saw me do one. You're confident, I know you are, that I can do the rest of them. So the next thing we're gonna do is change the make this road make this ramp make a little bit more sense. No, we don't want to do that because we just fixed that. So let's leave that the way it was. This one, I believe. This one, you may not make a left turn. That is a right turn only. Only got it. Good. And let's see. Can we do something about these? Okay, it's fine for now. But let's just put, just to kind of cover that up a little bit. I'm not thrilled about this. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do about it yet, but I don't like how these two lanes abruptly squeeze into one lane. I feel like this is a traffic jam waiting to happen. This might turn into an asymmetrical here, and I might force everyone to squeeze over starting here, because that might be too abrupt. But I think for the amount of traffic we have right now, I think it's probably fine. So I still don't like this. I really don't like that. How much is it messing up our lines? Not that much, actually. Okay. Doesn't seem to mess up our lines too much, so that's good. The graphics are a little, they go far away. It kind of messes with it, but I think it's probably going to be okay. Probably not the way you guys would have done it, eh? It's fine for now. I wonder if actually it would be better over here, wouldn't it? Take up a lot less space. Be right back. Okay, so I made this instead of the intersection here. I felt that was a little bit a lot of wasted space. I feel like this is better use of space. This isn't exactly ideal. It needs a little bit more work, so I'm going to try and work on it when I have time. But I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. So I really need to get rid of this crosswalk. So I think there's a way to do that. I got to figure it out, and I need to see if there's a way to. I can't get this line. Actually, you know what? Maybe if I. Oh, can I? That's not ideal, but I guess it's better than what it was. But anyways, I need to get rid of this crosswalk, and I don't know how to do that yet, so I gotta look into that. But anyways, I made this, so I'm going to work on the other side now, and then next episode, hopefully we can start actually building something, anything, literally anything. So I'll get that done, I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll be back to say goodbye. All right, so after a lot of time, I was able to build pretty much my first interchange, really. Renberg kind of died in the middle of an interchange build. So this is my first interchange, and yeah, you know what? I'm really happy with it. It turned out really good, really nice. It functions well. I made all the on-off ramps. I know they're a little bit abrupt in some areas, but it is my first try, and I'm going to give myself a hard A here. A real hard A. It's not an A+, but for an amateur like myself, it's an A for sure. So I think there's a couple spots. Yeah, see these? I filled these in too, and there were some spots here I filled in. So I just need to figure out how to get rid of this stop line here. That I might have to change the road style. Maybe, I'm not sure, but I got to look into that. But let me assure you that these markings are super easy, and you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference between the ones I did and all the fancy cities that you see on YouTube. Okay, so I think we have a little bit of time left over, so let's make a couple of arrow adjustments. I noticed some cars going over top of the line because I think this is a lane, and I'm wondering if we can adjust this arrow somehow to stop that from happening. Yeah, that shouldn't be like that. Can we not, no. Yeah, see, I don't know how to fix that. See, they're coming right back over again. Hey, oi. I wonder if we need to. Is that helping the problem? Is that helping the situation? I hope so. Seems to be. Okay. What do you want to bet we're having the same problem on the other side? Just to ensure that we're not having a problem. We'll just do that. Just to make sure this isn't going to be a problem going forward. Okay, so... going to bob the motorway sign. That one. And speed limit sign. Good. Much better. And I think that was okay. I don't want to overdo it off the start, just enough to get us going here. Okay, now let's adjust our speed limits too. So... kilometers per hour. Okay, ramp speed 80. We can probably slow her down to about 60. keep it at 60 and then 40, that's fine. This road's 40. Wow. We can make that 60, I think. Actually, 50 would be better in this area. This we will make, yeah, this one we can slow down to 50. 60, 60, 80, 80, 80. That's fine. Okay. Good. Very, very good. I think that looks alright. Maybe we'll just plant a few trees in here, maybe. So what kind of trees do we have here? This is good because we can use our picker tool. And we can just place a few trees. So I want to make sure I definitely don't, oh, and now the small trees come out. I definitely want to make sure I don't overdo it with the trees this time. A few is sufficient. It doesn't have to be crazy. I think I'll grab this little guy here. Stick one there and one there. That looks fine. Okay, yeah, like I said, I don't want to overdo it. Just want to make sure we have some greenery. And then we'll use our new forestry brush tool. That's Tree Anarchy. I have a forestry brush tool, this one here. And we'll make ourselves a little patch of trees that we can randomly place. That's not too close together, but not too sparse either. So, I'm super happy right now. I think this looks great. Super, super happy with the way it turned out. So I'm super excited to see how this build goes. I hope you guys are excited to follow along and learn something with me. Help me out a little bit, hopefully. In exchange, maybe you'll learn something, and I'll be totally okay with that. So thanks for watching today. Let's get into episode 2 and let's build something, anything at all. So I look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.